Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well today. So video number 2 out of 2. If you didn't catch video number 1 earlier on today where we went into detail on Alejandro Garnacho and the possibility of him going to Chelsea, make sure you go and have a look. We go into detail about Ange Postecoglou possibly leaving Tottenham, it seems like. We've got an update on that in this video, so make sure you stay till the end. On top of that, go to the link in the description below, the first one, the second channel. In fact, I'll leave a link to the video right here. There's a brand new video on there where it's the start of a new series, but it's me becoming a professional footballer. Go and check it out, you know what I mean. Enjoy, sub over there, much appreciated. Let's get cracking. Liam Delap, what's the latest? Here it is. So Liam Delap completes first part of his medical at Chelsea, and formal steps will follow early next week. All set to get the deal official. Dilap will play for Chelsea. It's as it says on the tin. Basically, it's happening. Dilap will play for Chelsea. The medical is looking like, it sounds like it's split into 2 parts. So we'll wait and see when the second part is going to be done. I'm expecting, we were told Monday, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday, perhaps we get an announcement. Wednesday, maybe he's there, I don't know, maybe we're holding the shirt, who knows. But Liam Delap, medical, is halfway there, and he's about to wrap all of that up. So, looking forward to it, as long as there's another striker coming through the door. So, we're going to see, now that the transfer window is officially open, we are going to see how this one transpires. In terms of, well, there's 3 names that I think everyone will be keeping their eye on. There's Osimhen, there's Gyökeres, there's Ekitike. Ekitike is the one that's been rumoured the most. Gyökeres seems to be the most available. And Osimhen is the dream one I think that everyone wanted in the first place. We'll see how this is going to go down. And the one that where there's all sorts of third parties making their thoughts and opinions and their updates public, like P Squared or John Obi Mikel. We'll see how it's all going to pan out. It's going to be a very interesting window. I just hope it doesn't end like the last summer window did. Now, Maddison said a few words, right? A lot of the footballers were today at the Spanish Grand Prix, Formula 1. And Maddison, with Chelsea FC, decided to conduct a small little interview, and he said something that was key and caught my eye, so I thought I'd share it with you. Here it is. Maddison says, critics make the game. I'm not too worried about them. Actually, they spur you on. So thank you. You know what? Maddison is not the perfect player, right? And I think even that Conference League final, he played poor. But I appreciate him saying that. For me, that is part of a good mentality to have. Yeah? The world is full of critics. And we have all got our own critics, and we have all critiqued others. That's just the name of the game. That's how life works, right? We can learn from our critique. We can learn from the critique we receive. We can learn to not make the same mistakes twice. If we're getting critique and you understand that you're doing something wrong, then you take action and you make sure that you don't do the wrong thing again. And if you're the one giving critique, well, make sure it's constructive and make sure it's got basis and, make sure it brings some logic to it and you're not insulting anyone, really. Maddison has had his fair share of critique, right? And deservedly so. I am not of the opinion that there shouldn't be any critics. This is why that I understand this comment and I agree with it. Because can you imagine a world with no criticism? Just hang on, just deep it for a sec. Just deep it. Everything and everyone is rosy. There's no criticism. Everything's all, oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, you did well. Yeah, go again. It's okay. Can you imagine if the whole world was like that? No. Forget that, man. We need some spice up in here. But we need good spice, yeah? Realistic spice. Spice that helps you get better. Spice that tells you the truth, right? So, Maddison, definitely room for improvement, for sure. And we know this. And hence why, look, even for Maddison, we don't really talk about Maddison too much. We talk about our left-winger situation at the moment, right? But we got to be honest, there is a right-winger situation going on too. And what is that? Well, Estevao is coming in. Neto plays on that right-hand side. What's going to happen to Madueke? You know, maybe it'll be between those two to see who can get like, and not to say that Estevao should just walk right in, but I think what's going to happen if I'm making an early prediction, I think Estevao is going to bench both of them. Yeah, I do think that's going to happen, right? And we do need a squad because we need that depth. We are playing Champions League. There is multiple competitions. But who between Neto and Madueke is going to be the next guy that we look to? Some would argue Neto. And I know some of you would argue Madueke. Let me know in the comments. Where do you think it's heading? Much appreciated. We'll see where it all goes. But fair play to Madueke for that comment. I think he's right. Now, UEFA have revealed their new rankings. I want to show you something. So Real Madrid, still the highest coefficient team in the UEFA rankings. Man City in second, Bayern Munich in third, Liverpool in fourth, PSG in fifth, Inter Milan are in sixth, none other than the mighty Chelsea in seventh, ahead of Dortmund in eighth, Roma in ninth, and Barcelona in 10th. It's hilarious. There's another club that's not there. Manchester United are in 11th, by the way, because they only showed you the top 10 here. Man United are in 11th. Where's the club that raves about XG and says that we went blow for blow with PSG? Arsenal. Yeah, where are they? They're 12th. So you know, they're 12th. Yeah, it goes Manchester United and then Arsenal in 12th. I thought it would be something to show you this because we've been out of the Champions League for 2 years. Yeah, we've been operating one without European football and then one with Conference League football, right? And we still have a higher coefficient than Barcelona, for goodness sake. We are European heritage, basically. It's as simple as that. So let me know your thoughts on that one down below. Now, Bruno Fernandes. Has he made a decision? Let's get into it. Al Hilal now believe an agreement with Bruno Fernandes is close after a week of positive meetings. Fernandez is currently deliberating with his family. A key factor in whether Fernandez agrees will be if the move is also right for his family. It will be more than just a football decision. Hilal want a final answer by Friday. No formal approach or bid yet to Manchester United. But Hilal's belief is a sale will be sanctioned if Fernandez asks to leave. Manchester United still insist they don't want to sell their captain. Listen, he's going. Yeah, he's going. He has to. He has to. Surely. You can't not accept this, man. Surely not. What's funny is the rumor was initially, oh, he's got 72 hours. Oh, he's got till end of the week. Now we're entering the new week. Oh, he's got till Friday, right? Listen, Al Hilal are doing everything they can to push the envelope to make sure that Bruno is not forced to say, oh no, you know what? I'm getting too much pressure. No. He will be given just enough time to make the decision, but as soon as the decision is made and he goes to Al Hilal, yeah, I'll come to you. Yeah. Boom. Submit the bid ASAP. And Man United will be like, oh my God, 100 million. We are going to accept this, of course. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it would be crazy if Bruno turned this down. Yeah, 30 years old. You're coming to the end of your career. Can you find another big move somewhere? Yeah, you could. But then once you really get yourself running, I think you'll be 32, 33, and then you'll definitely be hitting the end. Bruno's not exactly Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, who's in such peak physical condition that he can go on till 50. I just don't think that's the case. Bruno has an opportunity now to go and get generational wealth. I think it's there for the taking. So I expect it to happen. I think it will happen. And if we hear of a bid being made by Al Hilal, you best believe Fernandez has told them yes. So we'll wait and see if we do end up getting that. To be continued. And Spurs, update from Fabrizio. Spurs chairman Daniel Levy set to decide Ange Postecoglou's future in the next days. Situation open. Thomas Frank and Marco Silva are both appreciated, discussed internally as options for Spurs job if Ange gets fired. No final decision on Postecoglou yet. Listen, I think it's done. Yeah. If you ask me, obviously, maybe someone like Fabrizio is only reporting what he knows or what he's been told, or I don't know. But I think if you went to Daniel Levy right now and you had the chance of being the fly in the room right now and you got to hear what he thinks and what he said, I think that's it. I think it's already done. I think the decision is made. I think Postecoglou's going, which will be the best thing in the world for Postecoglou. I explained why in video number 1, so you can go over and check that out. But the fact that we're also getting the confirmation of the Thomas Frank interest tells me that there are legs to this and tells me that Postecoglou, I think, is leaving Tottenham for sure. So that's that. Also, let me know your thoughts on that. I want to end with something, right? I'm seeing criticism. This is just my own hot take, right? This is why I'm ending with it, because it's not meant to be a topic in the video, but it's just popped into my mind and I thought I'd get your opinions on this. I'm seeing criticism from some English journalists, yeah? English journalists specifically. I've not seen it from anywhere else. Saying that PSG winning the Champions League yesterday is terrible for football. It's not a good thing. It's a dark day because a state has won the Champions League. Qatar have won the Champions League. I saw Miguel Delaney mention this, and I've seen a couple of others say things on a similar breath that this isn't good for football, and it's not good apparently because PSG have the highest wage bill in Europe. I don't get that. Like I don't understand this one bit. What's bad? The best team won. Simple. To make it look like PSG have all this power. What power? They've been chasing the Champions League for 14 years under Nasser Al-Khelaïfi. 14 years they've been state-owned, right? And they've not won the Champions League. Only now they finally did it. And prior to this, they only reached one final. And you're saying that they're superior and they're powerful and, we're all going to die. Like, what is this? And then when you make that point, they tell you, no, but they've got the highest wage bill. And they're willing to pay salaries. And you know what? They went down the route of trying to go down the Galactico route, get all the big players in, try and do it that way, try and make it, where no one can compete against us. And they failed. They took a different direction and they went with keeping their best players, the ones that remained, adding some youth, bringing in a top manager, have a good director that's constructing and building this team alongside, and boom, all of a sudden you get a successful team. That's not a dark day for football. That's a good thing. Now, it's PSG's business if they want to pay salaries of a certain nature. And even then, it's not like, oh my God. I think it's about 500-600 million or so in terms of their salary. 560 million, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. But no one brings to the fact of the amount of money that they've made, the players that they've sold or the players that they've had to let go. They let go Mbappe for free because they got done. Yeah, PSG were the ones that ended up looking silly in that deal. Letting go of Mbappe basically for free. They didn't get a penny for it basically, yeah? And we're going to say, but they're spending too much. When Chelsea, literally, come on, we spent 1.2 billion, yeah? No one's batting an eye on that. We're not successful yet. I say yet. Maybe we'll get there. But that doesn't mean that the sport's being destroyed, by a state. Qatar destroying. Come on, get out of it, man. Get out of it. It's funny. It's funny. How many American owners do we have in the Premier League now? Yeah? They're about to make the majority. No one's really batting an eye on that, though, are they? Listen, one way or another, be consistent with it. PSG deserve it. They won it because they were the best team. They done things the right way. They found the right balance. They finally got there after so long. Congratulations to them. They deserve it. Have fun, lads. Go crazy. And we'll try and win it off you next season. As simple as that. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'd love to know your take on all of that. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a couple of new ones. See you then. Subscribe, notification bell on. Catch you tomorrow. Take care and peace.